Road test, Lotus Carlton vs Mercedes 500e. The 1990s saw the birth of two legendary super sedans that blurred the line between luxury and performance, the Lotus Carlton and the Mercedes-Benz 500e. Both vehicles exemplified the best of their respective engineering philosophies, British precision and German refinement. Here's a detailed comparison of how these two titans stack up against each other on the road. Engine and performance. Lotus Carlton. Engine, 3.6L twin-turbocharged inline-six. Power, 377 bhp at 5,200 rpm. Torque, 419 pound-foot at 4,200 rpm. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 5.2 seconds. Top speed, 177 miles per hour. The Lotus Carlton was essentially a Vauxhall Carlton on steroids, tuned by the masters at Lotus. Its twin-turbo inline-six delivered serious power, catapulting the car from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds. The Carlton's real claim to fame, however, was its blistering top speed, 177 miles per hour, making it the fastest four-door saloon of its era. The performance was aggressive and visceral, with a rawness that only a manual gearbox could provide, demanding attention and skill from the driver. Mercedes-Benz 500e. Engine, 5.0L naturally aspirated V8. Power, 322 bhp at 5,700 rpm. Torque, 354 pound-foot at 3,900 rpm. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 5.5 seconds. Top speed, 155 miles per hour, electronically limited. In contrast, the Mercedes 500e brought V8 grunt to the table. Developed in collaboration with Porsche, this Autobahn Stormer wasn't far behind the Carlton in terms of acceleration, though its top speed was electronically limited to 155 miles per hour. The power delivery was smooth and linear, offering a more refined driving experience, especially when paired with its 4-speed automatic transmission. The V8's growl was intoxicating, but the overall demeanor of the 500e was more reserved compared to the raw power of the Carlton. Handling and ride quality. Lotus Carlton. The Carlton's handling was a revelation. Despite its size, Lotus engineers ensured the car could tackle corners with precision. A recalibrated suspension system, along with a limited slip differential, gave it excellent cornering stability and impressive grip for a car of its time. The steering was communicative, allowing the driver to feel every nuance of the road. The ride, however, was firm, bordering on harsh over rough surfaces, reminding you that this was a performance-focused machine. Mercedes-Benz 500e. The 500e leaned towards a more comfortable, yet still sporty ride. While it couldn't match the Carlton's agility through tight bends, it compensated with a suspension setup that soaked up bumps with grace. The 500e's chassis provided excellent stability at high speeds, feeling planted and secure. Steering feedback was less sharp compared to the Carlton, but the car's overall handling remained impressive for its size, delivering a balance of luxury and performance. Design and interior. Lotus Carlton. The exterior design of the Lotus Carlton was subtle but purposeful. From the outside, it looked like an unassuming executive sedan, but the wide-body stance, deeper front air dam, and larger wheels hinted at its true nature. Inside, the Carlton was fairly straightforward. The cabin was functional rather than luxurious, with Recaro sports seats and a driver-focused layout. It didn't boast high-end materials or cutting-edge tech, but the essentials were all there, with a focus on performance. Mercedes-Benz 500e. The Mercedes 500e was more conservative in its styling, but equally menacing in its own right. The flared wheel arches and lowered stance gave it a discreet yet powerful presence on the road. Inside, the 500e felt every bit a luxury sedan. Premium materials, leather, wood, and high-quality plastics created an environment of sophistication. The seats were supportive but more comfortable than the Lotus, and the dashboard was packed with tech, including an advanced climate control system and a more refined audio setup. Braking and safety. Lotus Carlton, with such high speeds, braking performance was critical, and the Lotus Carlton delivered. Equipped with ventilated disc brakes all around, the Carlton could shed speed rapidly. The brakes were strong, but they required a firm foot to engage fully. ABS was standard, which was still relatively new for performance cars at the time. Mercedes-Benz 500e. Mercedes has always prioritized safety, and the 500e was no exception. With larger brakes than the standard E-Class, the 500e offered impressive stopping power. Its braking system included advanced ABS technology, and the car's overall safety package was superior, with reinforced crash protection features typical of Mercedes engineering. The feel was more progressive compared to the Carltons, but equally effective in real-world scenarios. Practicality. Lotus Carlton. Practicality wasn't the Lotus Carlton's strongest suit. Its aggressive performance compromised some aspects of daily usability. The stiff suspension and heavy clutch made city driving a chore. Fuel economy was also a downside, with the Carlton guzzling fuel when driven hard. However, the sedan layout meant there was ample space for passengers and a decent-sized boot, making it a usable family car, if you could handle its aggressive character. Mercedes-Benz 500e. The 500e was a more livable day-to-day car. With a more compliant ride, smoother transmission, and better fuel economy, it was better suited for commuting or long-distance cruising. The 500e's interior was also more spacious and comfortable, making it a practical choice for those who wanted performance without sacrificing luxury or practicality. Verdict. Performance. The Lotus Carlton takes the crown here with its higher power output, faster acceleration, and unbeatable top speed. Handling. The Carlton's sharper, more precise handling makes it the better choice for spirited driving, though the 500e offers a more balanced ride. Comfort. The Mercedes 500e excels in this department with a more refined, luxurious cabin and smoother ride quality. Braking and safety, both are exceptional, but the 500e's safety features and braking performance give it the edge. Practicality. The Mercedes 500e is the more practical of the two, offering a better balance of comfort and performance. In conclusion, if you want a raw, adrenaline-pumping driving experience and can live with the firm ride, the Lotus Carlton is the car for you. But if you're after a more comfortable, luxurious, and still blisteringly fast sedan, the Mercedes-Benz 500e strikes a perfect balance. Both cars are icons in their own right, catering to different kinds of driving enthusiasts.